With the High God dwelt his children, Takesis, Gillian, and Paladin. Hello and welcome to all the men and women of the West. I'm Joe, and today we begin the tale of Krynn, the Krynn Theogony series, which will be centered around recounting the great epic that was begun by High God and Reorx, one of his children, when they created Krynn. Reorx, the smith god, struck his hammer amid the chaos. Sparks were blown off, and those sparks became the stars, and from their light came a variety of spirits, some disposed to good, some to evil, some to neutrality. What happened next is really what was most important. With the forging of Krynn by Reorx and High God who had from his thoughts created all the various deities of Krynn, wished to depart, and so he accepted the offers of Paladin, Takesis, and Gillian, with each of them picking companions from amongst the various spirits that inhabited the halls of High God, rather akin to how the Valar were to choose companions and descend into Middle-earth. Those recruited by Paladin were to become the gods of light. Those who were seduced by Takesis' words were to become the gods of darkness. And those who wished to maintain the balance alongside Gillian became the gods of neutrality. These gods descended into Krynn. Once there, Takesis corrupted the first dragons in her image. These dragons were the red, blue, black, green, and white dragons. In his grief, Paladin, who was in a great deal of mourning for the corruption of his creations, went to Reorx. Reorx, who had by this time had a great deal of influence over creation itself, was good friends with many of the gods of light and neutrality. Paladin, who had poured all his love and heart and soul into the creation of his dragons, came to him requesting that he build him monuments in dedication to his lost children. And these monuments were to be given life by Paladin, who would from them create the first gold, silver, copper, bronze, and brass dragons. From there, Takesis was to start the first real war amongst the gods, a war that would become known as the All Dragons War, which will be dealt with in a later video. Though it is interesting to note that Takesis could not create on her own, just as Melkor could not in Middle-earth. She could only corrupt that which her brother had created, with Paladin in turn having a great deal of power of creation. One thing to note, though, when they descended onto Krynn, is that Paladin took for wife Mishakal, and had with her many a children. Gillian, in turn, took no wife, and is said to have formed from his very thoughts Lunitari, the goddess of neutral magic. As to Takesis, she took for husband Sargonis, whom is to later prove a far wiser and more level-headed Lord of Darkness than she. I think what can be learnt from this tale is that we have to work together in order to create something lasting, just as the Lords of Neutrality and Light tried to do in the Age of Starburst. So if you enjoyed this first video in the Theogony of Krynn, do leave a like, comment, share the video, and smash that subscribe button like you're Reorx trying to smash creation into place.